everyone. Welcome to Elmwood Playhouse. My name is Claudia Stefany, and on behalf of the Board of Directors and our entire membership, we are delighted you are here tonight for our second installment of Porch Stories. Thank you so much for being here. Once upon a time, and it was a dark and stormy night, have always been magical phrases to me because they spark the beginning of an adventure. I love a good story, and so does my cohort, Larry Gabbard. We're both huge fans of NPR's The Moth Radio Hour, and we thought, what a great vehicle it would be for Elmwood to have its own version, and that's how Porch Stories came to be. Tonight, our storytellers will make you laugh, make you think, remind you of things past, and lift you up. Because that's what live theater does best. It connects us and gives us a place to share the stories of our lives, and the 10 people who you're going to hear shortly do just that. And we want to talk to you a little bit about COVID-19 and our safety precautions for tonight.
All right, so wipe off Claudia's germs. No, I'm kidding. We really have taken it very seriously. We didn't want to be able to have something live, what we do best, but we did want to take a lot of precautions. So just to remind you that unless you are one of the speakers up here, where we will be disinfecting between each presenter, please stay masked. If you need to use the restroom, you can, one at a time through there. Of course, please wash your hands afterwards, but that was the thing before. There's hand sanitizer over there as well if you need it. And then after the show, we ask that you also keep socially distanced, even though it would be nice to socialize and everything, which is fine. Just remain distanced and also masked. And that's it. We'll be using safety precautions. And we put this all together through Zoom, so it was 100% safe.
And now we present Porch Stories, true stories told live from the Elmwood porch. And our theme tonight is falling in, out, and over.
Meg Sewell loves the fall when she gets to dress in Halloween costumes to be her son's sidekick. The scientific beaker to his Einstein, the firebolt broom to his Harry Potter, and her favorite, the seaweed to his squid. When not sidekicking for Halloween, she is a mother, wife, actress, piano player, Alzheimer's researcher, psychologist, teacher, and eccentric hen enthusiast. She and her husband just celebrated their 18th wedding anniversary. Please welcome our first storyteller to the porch, Meg Sewell.
If you had told me when I was little that the man I would marry one day, let's call him number 6, if you had told me that he would be the same silent man that I thought might kill me, I would have probably said, that's okay, I'm never going to get married, and I never thought that I would. Anything that involved dating and changing my shoes and putting on lipstick and going out into the world for men to look at me was so petrifying that I just veered and skittered right away from all of that. But every now and then, a well-meaning friend would shove me out into the world to meet my fate, and in each of those circumstances, my approach was the same, and it was something like this. Come here, and also do not come here. So the first time was with my first boyfriend in 5th grade. He was a chubby Irish boy, and his nickname was Chunk. And he asked me to slow dance to the song Monster Mash at lunch. And I really liked him, but he got kicked out of school for fighting too much. And many years later, I found out that he had served time in jail for armed robbery. And I was never cut out to be a criminal's wife. Number 2 was my first true love when I was 15. She was a girl with a heartbreakingly beautiful voice who wrapped her body around her guitar and wrote me love songs that I can still sing. She was a gay girl who thought she was straight, and I was a straight girl, but I had fallen in love with her, so I thought I was gay, or I wanted to be gay, and that made her realize she actually was gay, which made me realize I was actually straight. 3 was my first suitable boyfriend. He was also one of the only straight boys in my acting class in theater school, and he was goofy and audacious, and I lost my virginity to him over Christmas break in my childhood bed surrounded by 42 stuffed animals. The problem with number 3 is the whole time that we were together, I was already in love with number 4. The day I met number 4 in a writing class in college, I was wearing a pink Izod polo shirt, bright green corduroy pants, and a plastic plaid headband. He was wearing a full-length faux fur coat and glitter in his hair. He had a boyfriend, I had a boyfriend, and we took an instant mutual dislike to each other. We thought we were opposites, but it turned out that we were the opposite of opposites, and we fell intensely and idiosyncratically in love, and literally nobody has made me laugh harder over so many years. He broke my heart, but he's now my best friend. Everybody wanted me to marry number 5. Number 5 was my second suitable boyfriend, and there was nothing wrong, exactly, with number 5. He looked like Spock, which I liked. But he was a writer, and I didn't like his writing. And he couldn't tie a bike on the back of a car. And he worshipped me a little bit. This leads me to 5A, who doesn't warrant his own number. 5A was the boy next door, like literally. I was in apartment 1L, he was in 1K. He had a really cute little dog, and the whole thing was so convenient. But the problem is that he had OCD, and he had to line up his shoes in a perfect line and have a glass of orange juice before we could have sex. And here we arrive at 5B. 5B was a staggeringly handsome anti-Semitic Egyptian man. His bedroom is adorned only with a single photograph of his mother. Red flag, should have been. I didn't know he was anti-Semitic until one night he said to me, "Don't you think that Jews make too much of the Holocaust?" And then there was a long time of being alone before I arrived at number 6, the silent man I thought might kill me. So I met number 6 on a dating website. It was a first for me. I had joined on a dare from a friend. And our first phone call was almost our last because I think I woke him up from a nap. And there was a long, long, painful silence before he said, "Which one are you?" Red flag. On our second date, he invited me up to his home in Rockland County. Possible red flag. I lived in New York City. I had grown up in Boston. I'd never heard of Rockland County. I was suspicious. I thought maybe it was way upstate, possibly near Canada. Anyway, he picked me up from the train. We go over across a long bridge. I was not understanding this at the time. And then we turn into Rockland Lake State Park, where he said he lived, on a desolate, freezing cold winter afternoon. There is literally nobody around, and we're driving and driving and driving. The man is saying literally nothing. And I thought, wow, have I just made like the biggest and possibly last mistake of my life? Like, are there women's body parts buried under that cute little cottage that he's asking me to come in? And then he didn't kill me. He made me a steak, and we played chamber music together, and he loved the appetizers that I had brought from Zabar's, and he loved my piano playing, and I loved his beautiful face in the dark like a Modigliani painting. And he did a really good Jimmy Stewart impression. In fact, he did a lot of impressions, and they all sounded like a really good Jimmy Stewart impression. He was straight. He could tie a bike on the back of a car. And for the first time in my life, I wasn't afraid, and I I fell full force. I fell headlong all the way because he was the only one where I said, come, 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 with both hands. And he did. Thank you.